Welcome to the Explainer on Immortal Realm. I'm host A, and I'm joined by host B. Today, we are completely shifting how you look at the game's economy, specifically time tokens.
Hey everyone, I'm totally ready for this, because honestly, I need to figure out how to stop relying on random token drops and actually manage them intentionally.
Exactly. And we are going to fix that right off the bat. Before we even get into the weeds, you need to know the golden rules of time tokens. They are strictly account-bound. You cannot trade them, you cannot gift them, and you absolutely cannot convert them to gold. The player who puts in the time gets the reward.
Got it.
Also, they are shared across all the characters on your account, they never decay, and there is zero cap on how many you can hold. So let's turn your playtime into a predictable payout.
Well, like I said, I'm just sitting on this huge pile of tokens right now with absolutely no strategy for how they got there or what I should even be doing with them.
Yeah, and you're definitely not alone there. So here's our game plan. We'll briefly hit those token basics we just mentioned, walk through the 7 specific income sources, talk about what you can actually buy with them, lay out a dead simple optimal earning strategy, and then highlight a few really common mistakes. Let's jump in.
Okay, let's dive into this, re-emphasizing what we said at the top, account-bound, shared across all your characters, no decay, no cap.
You know, that account-bound thing sounds a little restrictive at first glance, especially if you're used to liquid currencies.
Right, but it's actually a feature, not a limitation. The system is deliberately designed this way to stay calibrated. It ensures the economy doesn't break and that your actual time investment is what's being rewarded.
All right, makes sense. So where is the money actually coming from? How do these tokens flow into my account, besides me just standing around in town?
Great question. It's not just one thing. It's a mix of 7 different sources. You've got passive playtime, the daily ledger, quests, achievements, events, convoys, and civic order service. Now, passive play is just a really slow drip. And let me clear something up right now. Trying to AFK farm does not work. The system is smart. It actively detects real engagement, like combat, crafting, or exploration. You need to be actively playing, which leads us perfectly to the absolute heavy hitter.
The daily ledger. Listen, if you take away just one single thing from this entire explainer, make it this. The daily ledger is the single highest leverage habit you can possibly build. Okay, I'm writing this down. What's the actual routine I need to be doing? You have to make opening the ledger gump a pure reflex. Do it the absolute first thing when you log in. Review the day's 6 tasks, mentally plan your session around hitting them, and then knock all 6 out. A full clear is going to net you a super efficient 15 to 25 tokens every single day.
That's solid. What about quests? Should I just go back and grind out every single starter quest? I know they pay out like 1 to 3 tokens each. Honestly, no, definitely don't do that. Just let quests happen naturally while you play. The major arcs, things like the Ashen Pact, the Britannia Murders, or the Blood Market, those pay out really well. And bounty hunting pays per writ. As for achievements, you've got starter tiers all the way up to massive, long arc grinds like Slippery Fingers or catching 60 frogs. The secret here is to pick the achievements that naturally align with how you already play, rather than forcing yourself to grind offbeat content for a tiny payout.
Next up, we have convoys and events. Now, these are scheduler-driven. You want to be keeping a close eye on the city broadcast for convoys and check the /news page for seasonal event spikes.
Wait, convoys? Those are the ones where you get dual rewards, right?
Exactly. They are fantastic. You earn gold plus a token bonus just for doing the escort. And it gets better. You get extra payouts if you successfully defend against an ambush or if you're brave enough to run it solo. Always watch those broadcasts. It's an incredible return on your time.
What about civic order service? Do the different orders, like say the Chirurgeons, the High Ledger, or Velvet Hand, mean completely different things for my token income? The mechanics are similar in that you earn token bonuses on top of your normal rank progression in all of them. But here is the crucial strategy. Pick just one. Engage with that one seriously to build up those service tokens. Dabbling a little bit in everywhere is just going to dilute your returns.
Okay, so I've got all these different income streams flowing now. But what's the actual point of hoarding these? What am I buying here?
Well, you shouldn't be hoarding them. The token shop is packed with themed cosmetics, decorations, massive quality-of-life utility items, account-bound gear, public-facing title deeds, and some really rare specialty items.
Oh, that's a huge relief. I honestly figured I just had to save them up forever for some mythical rainy day.
Not at all. Those utility items and cosmetics are absolutely worth buying immediately. My advice, go browse the vendor early so you know exactly what gear or title you are working toward. It makes the daily play so much more rewarding.
All right, so we know where they come from and where they go. Let's put all these pieces together into an actual practical everyday earning strategy.
But first, I need to anchor your expectations with this number, 30 to 50. Do not expect heroic numbers here. A reliable engaged session is going to net you 30 to 50 tokens.
So I shouldn't be expecting to pull hundreds a day like I would with gold?
Right. Even the most incredibly aggressive, optimized players cap out around 50 to 80 a session. The rate is strictly intentionally calibrated to your playtime. Consistency is the whole game.
So the optimal strategy literally boils down to these 5 practical rules. 1. Always complete the daily ledger. 2. Pursue achievements that align with your natural playstyle. 3. Run convoys the second you see a broadcast fire. 4. Commit to just one civic order. And 5. Do quests as you encounter them, but do not go out of your way to quest hunt just for tokens.
Looking at that list, I've definitely made a few errors trying to figure this out on my own. Hey, we all do, but let's explicitly call out the most common pitfalls so you can stop leaving free income on the table today.
The absolute biggest myth in Immortal Realm is that you can grind time tokens fast exactly like you'd farm gold. It is essentially impossible. The system is fundamentally calibrated against your time.
So trying to scour the map for an exploit or a fast farming spot is just a massive waste of my session?
Exactly. Actually, scratch that. It's worse than a waste because you're missing out on what works. Focus your energy entirely on completing the daily ledger. It provides a highly efficient return for the exact same amount of time you'd burn trying to grind.
You know, it really just clicked for me. I've absolutely been treating my tokens way too much like gold.
Yep, and there is no path whatsoever to convert tokens to gold. They are entirely separate economies. If you sit there hoarding your tokens, waiting for some magical conversion update, you are totally missing out on the utility and cosmetics right now. You earned them, actually spend them.
To wrap this explainer up, here is your definitive next step. On your very next login, open the Daily Ledger Gump immediately. Review and complete today's 6 tasks. Once you do that full clear, I promise you, you will feel the entire system just click into place. So, once you've got that predictable income flowing, what rare specialty item are you going to dominate the server with first?
Oh man, I already have a few titles in mind. Thanks for the breakdown, and thanks to everyone for tuning in. See you in the realm.